Hey there, gardeners. It's Terry with Down to Earth Community Gardens. We're going to go on a quick garden tour, and I'm going to show you a couple of tips and tricks and hacks for hand pollinating your veggies, starting with our tomatoes. We've got a sunflower. This was a lovely gift of seeds brought in by a friend of ours named Robin, and we are so excited about what's happening. We've got lots and lots of flower heads coming in. They just opened up this morning, and so we can't wait to see what they do. Meet Tulip. Tulip is natural pest control in the garden. She doesn't care much about supervising or bossing us around. She wants to find a nice cozy place, something with a little bit of shade, and I think the sunflower suits her well. We've been harvesting like crazy. Our little DIY trellis is filling up fast with all these peas and beans. I can't wait to show you the beans that are coming up. This trellis was made using a little bit of PVC pipe, some 10-gauge aluminum fence wire that came in a 100-foot roll, T-stakes, and of course it was all attached with something as simple as zip ties. Just a few dollars is all it takes to build something like that. Things are starting to fall over because they're getting pretty heavy. We've harvested, probably over 200 pounds of zucchini, Black Beauty variety. They get bigger than average, and of course the leaves are perfectly edible, as are the flowers. And you can Google all kinds of fun recipes for those. We've been harvesting lots and lots of lettuce. I think we're getting a little bit tired of salad around here. Our tomato beds, cucumbers, more zucchini, and tomatillos are doing great. We've got some volunteer sunflowers hanging out with a catnip, and Zinni's having a little bit of fun, obviously. We can usually find her out here most of the day. We've got lots of tomato varieties. We've got almost 30 kinds of tomatoes that we're growing here in the garden. And what's really exciting about that is we can harvest almost 200 pounds a day that we can then turn around and donate to the food bank or have at a free farmer's market. We grow them in tires. We paint them white because we have full sun, as you can see with all these shadows. And we plant in 100% compost. We usually go from seed, but if we have starts to use, that's always a good way to go too. So while we're here, let's show you our first tip for hand pollinating. You're going to need a little battery-powered toothbrush. It's got a little bit of vibration to it, not too loud. We spent about 20 minutes or so buzzing around like a bumblebee, hand pollinating the blossoms on our tomatoes. All you have to do is hold it up against your blossom for about 1 to 3 seconds in order to release all that good pollen, and this will increase our yield by about 100%. So obviously it works pretty well. And then we'll just buzz and buzz from flower to flower, just like a bee would. We've already spent about 20 minutes today buzzing around like a bee, hand pollinating all of our different tomato varieties. So we're excited. We've been harvesting rhubarb. We've already harvested twice this year. The tomato bushes are getting so big, so we're going to need to spend some time and thin them out so that all of the leaves, all of the plants can get plenty of light and everything that they need so they're not too demanding on their next door neighbors. Our herb beds have gone to flower. We don't mind that a bit. Anything that brings in our pollinators is a good thing. So you can see we've got bees all over the oregano. We've been harvesting the oregano like crazy as quickly as we can, but obviously not fast enough. The borage is followed up right behind it. Not only is it edible, but it's also medicinal. Google that and check it out. It's spelled B-O-R-A-G-E. We had some volunteers out today doing some weeding for us. A couple of teens keeping them busy in the summertime. And you can see that our beans are pretty happy. This is my favorite plant that we've tried out this year. These are asparagus beans. They can get up to 3 feet long a piece, but they've just made an appearance, so they're only a few inches so far. I can't wait to see them when they're really big. We've got tons of lettuce. We've already donated 27 pounds of just lettuce to our local food bank. Kale is doing good as well. This is one of our favorite varieties. My favorite thing to use this in is actually lasagna. Give it a try. We're going to go ahead and hand pollinate some potato buds. So we're doing great with potatoes this year. Their gardens are full of all kinds of varieties of potatoes. We planted 6 different types this year. And potatoes are just like tomato plants for pollinating by hand. So again, look at that. Simple. We'll just hold up our little battery-powered dollar store toothbrush to the potato blossom. Let it buzz for 1 to 3 seconds before we move to another, just like a bee would. We're going to release all that good pollen. We've got some little pumpkins growing. I can't wait to see how big they'll get. These are supposed to be sweeter than normal, so we'll see. Who knows? But these guys can wander up to about 50 feet. So you want to let them sprawl and give them plenty of space. One of the challenges that we face at the Living Lab is what we call a thistle hellscape. This property was empty for 3.5 years, so of course the weeds went to flower. And when we first took it on, we had to hire a special mower to use to mow it all down. And because it went to flower, we're still going to be fighting it for quite some time. Check out the size of these peas. We've already harvested those twice too, but they're still going. So we've donated several bowls full for our food bank. Now, if you're wondering how to get rid of all of these annoying, obnoxious, pokey thistles before they go to flower, is they're not too far off. What we found works really, really well is mowing them down with an edger. It goes quick, just takes a couple of minutes.